Hello friends, most welcome to Avinash English classes, and this video is for English medium students, especially for the students of English medium. So guys, I am starting with tense. Okay, so listen. You know well that tenses are of three types: present, past, and future. There are three types of tenses: present, past, and future. And each tense has its four branches. According to the state of an action, they are divided into four types. How? Simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Perfect continuous. So these are the four categories in which these three tenses are divided, and each tense has these four categories. It means total 12 tenses are there in English grammar. So we will study them all. So first we start with present or present simple. First we start with present simple. So do you know what is the identification of present simple? Its name is present simple and its identification is also very simple. The identification is that first form of the verb with s or es with singular subject. Singular subject. If the subject is singular and if it is accompanied with first of the verb with s or es in the main verb, it means this is present simple. And with plural subjects, only the first form of the verb is used. No s or es is added to the first form because the subject is plural. If the subject is singular, then s or es are added to the first form. This is the identification of present simple. And how it is used, when it is used, where it is used. So look, it is used in routine action or habitual action or scientific facts, mathematical facts. So many things are there where present simple is used. But first we will discuss the base of present simple. Means positive sentences, negative sentences, interrogative, negative interrogative. So such type of sentences we will discuss today. And in the next video lecture I will discuss the uses of present simple. Okay, so let's start. Look, you know well that subjects are of two types, singular and plural. Singular subjects are he, she, it, and the name of one person, place, animal, and thing. So these are singular subjects. And plural is I, we, they, you, and the things or animals or places or persons are two or more than two. So they are plural subjects. Okay? Second thing that I said that s or es is added to the main verb when the subject is singular. But how will we decide that which verb will take s and which verb will take es? So it's very easy to decide. How? If the spelling of the verb or the last letter of the verb is O, X, CH, SH, double S or Z, then we add ES. If any of them is the last letter of a verb with the singular subject, so we have to add ES with that. If no one is out of them, then we'll add S only. Suppose if there is a go, so we have to write goes if the subject is singular. Okay? And if there is a reads, if there is read and the subject is also singular, so we will not add es here, we will add s, because the last letter of this is D and this is not here. Okay? So this is a simple method to decide that which verb will take es or es. Okay? So now we write the formula for positive sentence of present simple. The formula for positive sentence is subject according to the number. Subject is according to the number, singular or plural. Subject plus main verb. And the first form of the main verb plus s or es and object. So this is the formula for positive sentence. So we frame some sentences, write some sentences. Look, he goes to school daily. Okay. Why did I add daily here? Because daily is showing a routine. Daily is showing the routine that he goes to school daily. Okay. Now, subject is singular here. Okay. And this is the first form of the main verb, go. And here the last letter of the verb is O. So, es is added here. So, he goes. Where he is going? To school. So, he goes to school. And when? Daily. So, this is the adverb that shows the time. Okay? It is showing the time. Adverb means that shows time, place and manner. So this is showing time and it is also showing the routine. So the sentence is he goes to school. One more sentence, that she sings well. She sings well. Okay. Now once again the subject is singular and it is the main verb and there is no O, X, CS here. So we'll place S only, not ES. So she sings well. One more sentence for you. So both these subjects are singular. Now we take a plural subject. How? We play cricket every day. Every day is showing a routine. Every day is showing a habitual action. Or can we say a routine? Okay? It's a routine to play cricket daily or every day. Or we are in the habit of playing cricket every day. So it means this is also an adverb and it is showing habitual action or routines, and here the subject is plural, and if the subject is plural, so only the first form is written without s or es. So subject, main verb, and object, and if there is an any adverb, so we can place it here. So we play cricket every day. Is it clear? Okay. Now we come on the negative sentence. Look, negative sentences are easier than positive. How? Subject plus do not or does not plus we first and object. If the subject is singular, we place does not. If the subject is plural, do not will be written with that. How? He does not go to school. One more thing, that if we are placing does not or do not in our sentences, then there is no need to add s or es with the main verb. Only the first form will be written. Okay? No s or no es, nothing. Then we have to focus on the does not or do not. If the subject is singular, then we will place does not. If the subject is plural, then we will place do not. So he does not go to school. Subject does not according to the subject, first form the main verb and then the object. Now next, they do not complete their homework. They do not complete their homework. Now the subject is plural, and with plural subject we place do not. Once again, the first form of the verb and then the object. So they do not complete their homework. Is it clear? So this is the framing of negative sentence of present simple tense. Now we come on interrogative sentence that starts with helping verb. Look. Did you see? What am I doing? Did you notice? What did I do? I rub not. And now we have to place do or does before the subject. If we place both of them before the subject, that structure will be do does plus subject plus be first plus object and question mark. This becomes the formula for interrogative sentence of present simple. Interrogative sentence that starts with helping verb. Do or does are helping verbs. Look. Do you play football daily? Do you play football daily? Look. Here subject is plural. So I use do. If the subject is singular, then does will be used. Do you play football daily? Helping verb do, then the subject, and this helping verb is according to the number of the subject, and subject is plural. So we place do here. So do you, then the main verb, first form of the main verb, and then the object and adverb. So do you play football daily? Clear? One more sentence. Does he complete Does he complete his homework regularly? Does he complete his homework regularly? Now look, the subject is singular. So because of this, here helping verb is does. So does he, then the first of the main verb complete. Does he complete? Then the object is homework. And regularly once again is the adverb. So does he complete his homework regularly? So this is the framing of interrogative sentence of present simple that starts with helping verb. Is it clear? Now we come on WH interrogative. You know what is WH interrogative or WH words? Look, WH words. WH words are who, what, where, when, whose, whom, why, etc. So these are WH words. Now the formula is WH word plus do or does, then subject, and then the first form of the main verb, and then object and question mark. So this is the formula for framing WH interrogative sentences of present simple. WH word, do, does, subject, first form of the main verb plus object and question mark. So write 2-3 sentences here. Why do you go to cinema? Huh? Why do you go to cinema? All of you like cinema? Yes, I know. So why do you go to cinema? Look, here the subject is plural, you, and with this subject the helping verb is do, and as we are asking for the reason of going to cinema, so we will place the WH word why. Why is always used to ask for a reason. Ask for a reason behind doing something. So here also we are asking a reason that why he goes to cinema. And so why do you go to cinema? Is it clear? One more. When do you play football? When do you play football? Here the subject is once again plural and the helping verb is do according to the number of the subject, and here we are asking about the time. When do you play? Okay, so when is used here. So when always shows time, or when is used to ask for the time. So when do you, then the main verb of the first form play, and then the object football. So when do you play football? Is it clear? So this is the framing of WH interrogative sentences of present simple. So you see friends, it is so easy, but it requires practice. The more you practice, the more you get skilled in English grammar or in English. Okay? So keep practicing and clear. So I think it's enough for today, and in the next video I will explain the uses of present simple. Till then, bye. Thank you.